Hello again, everyone. Todd Michael Putnam from Creative Adventure Tables, bringing you another adventure table idea, and this is the Siege of Snake River Road. The Siege of Snake River Road. So, simple premise basically: Snake River Road, which gets its name from the winding pathway that it uses across the river and going around here. That's where it gets its name from, Snake River Road. And it was the area where peasants from the surrounding villages and towns would come in order to do hunting and fishing and stuff. You can see across the walkway that's been built in here that there's like a number of docks and stuff that are out there where the peasants could go fishing off of it. And over here we can see that there's a camp where peasants were going and hunting or whatever it was, but of course they've been decimated. Why? Why have they died? Well, because a few months ago a mated pair of river drakes showed up and started basically hunting the peasants, who didn't much appreciate that. And then it got worse. The mated pair had laid some eggs and had more baby drakes. And now it's just untenable. And with the water and food supply being cut off from the peasants, they, of course, have decided to go and hire out some adventurers who would come out and clear out Snake River Road of all of the river drakes to reclaim it for their use. So whoever is willing to risk the dangerous rapid river and the deadly teeth of the river drakes could earn a bit of coin. And essentially what the pathway is, of course, with the peasants and stuff gone, it's the river drakes aren't the only ones in there. There's going to be bears, there's going to be like dire wolves and stuff like that have come into the area. So there'll be additional things that you can have in here, regular packs of wolves and stuff that the players would have to contend with. But essentially, the players are on the far side of the nest for where the river drakes are, and so they're going to have to make it across this. And as when they're not being accosted by wolves and bears in this section over here, as soon as they get to crossing the river, that's when increasingly larger river drakes will come up upon them and accost them. So they might get some of these small little guys first coming across, and then the bigger ones will wake up and come across and fly into them. And eventually, they might even get the attention of the mated pair, like this one here, who's got a peasant in his claws for consumption. And the heroes will basically have to fight them off, and they'll have to avoid when they get hit, possibly getting knocked into the water. You can see that I've got some little doll stuffing here. That's what that white stuff is, to act basically as rushing river foam to show sort of the speed of the current. So players dropping into the water, even if they have, they're not in plate armor or whatever it is, they're going to have disadvantage for swimming up, trying to swim against the current of the river because it's so rough. So that's a dangerous thing. And of course, on top of that, you've got the river drakes that are trying to scratch and claw and bite them and potentially knock them off. So as far as what this is made of, the battle mat itself is two WizKids grassland battle mats side by side. This is a 6 foot long, this way here, 6 foot long and 5 foot wide adventure table set. So I don't have it on there now, but I would have another table down on this section here for players to sit at. And then the players sitting on this side here, I'd actually have just pull-out table trays where they could put their character sheets and dice rolls and stuff like that. So that's how it would work on a table this size. And as far as the rest of the stuff that's in there, most of this table is Monster Fight Club. So like I said, I've got the WizKids battle mat itself. And then the Dwarven Forge, I'm using these forest transition tiles here, these guys, and the Dwarven Forge river terrain trays side by side. I've got two of them on each side going to create the effect of the rushing river. Now, I didn't have enough of the ones that were going straight. This one here, I don't know if you can see the grain, if you will, is basically a straight line going on those side by side. But then you can see some of them here. You see how it corners where it comes around. And I was like, oh man, when I first laid it out, I was like, oh, that's not going to look right. And that's what actually gave me the idea. I was like, wait a second, if I throw some rocks in there, it'll kind of make it look like the water is rushing around those large rocks. And same thing with this one here. You can see kind of the grain of the water, if you will, going around these large rocks. And it works pretty good for creating the illusion of running water. And then just throw some white dowel stuffing on there, dowel filler that I got from Amazon, big huge box for like $8, and I've been using it for years now. Throw that on there, and that basically covers it. And the rest of it is Monster Fight Club. So these rocks in the center, these guys here, these hills, the gray ones, those are Monster Fight Club. So the little small ones here and the medium-sized ones underneath, that's all Monster Fight Club. The wooden docks, if you will, those are also Monster Fight Club. Those things are great. I love those things. Really sturdy too. Really sturdy. Like they're pretty well solid. So that's those are great for gameplay. All of the bushes and trees are Monster Fight Club. The orange bushes here, the autumn style bushes, this isn't the actual Monster Fight Club color. I had these painted up to be this color before they actually released an autumn colored bushes. So if you do go to their website, you will find that they do have autumn colored bushes. They'll look a little bit different than mine because those are officially painted, and mine were just kind of aftermarket painted to be autumn, to try to match and go with some of my trees. Some of the trees have been repainted. So you can see this one is like a reddish color, and there's other ones that are like an orange color. That orange color is the natural color from the trees from Monster Fight Club. The green is the natural color from the trees, Monster Fight Club. Same thing with the bushes here. They've got the large bushes and the small single bushes like that. That's all the natural colors. There's also a yellow one that I've got over here. That's I believe that's natural, yeah, from Monster Fight Club. I think it is. Now I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe it is, yeah. So that's all MFC. And then the cobblestone pathways, man, I love those things. There's two different sets. There's an acrylic set, which is kind of pricey at $90. And then there's basically a neoprene. I'm not sure if it's actually neoprene, but that's what it feels like. Mouse mat material. That's literally a third of the price, like $30 for the same exact thing. And then if you flip it over on the other side, it's actually got little stream type stuff on there. They're great. I love those, but it's not wide enough for what I wanted to do for this particular river passageway. So I went ahead and used the Dwarven Forge side-by-side river terrain trays in order to create that wide of a river passage. And that worked out great. But all the rest of it is Monster Fight Club. So that's it. That is the Siege of Snake River Road. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let your friends know about the channel if you get any good ideas for adventures or ideas for how to put adventures together with tabletop terrain. Doesn't matter what kind of system you're running, whether it's 5e or Pathfinder, or 1e, 2e, Shadow Dark, Cairn. Old school essentials, it doesn't really matter which RPG that you're playing. We just like to figure out how to use terrain to help tell the story. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment in the channel, and I will talk to you guys next adventure. Take care. Bye.